News 5 at 11 is sponsored by Ken Ganley Kia.
I want to see ya at a Ken Ganley Kia.
In your community and following through on stories that matter to you. This is News 5 at 11. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rob Powers. Here's a look at what we're working on now at 11.
Another mandate to move our city forward.
The results are in from a consequential election day in Ohio.
I want to hear children playing in East Cleveland.
And it was more than just mayoral races decided tonight. Find out how your community voted on dozens of school levies. Those stories and more tonight. News 5 at 11 starts now. Thanks for joining us on this election night in Ohio. We have plenty of results to get to, as well as the day's other top stories, too. We start in Cleveland. Democratic Mayor Justin Bibb has overwhelmingly won another 4 years in office. For more on that, let's go to News 5's John Kosick, live right now from the mayor's watch party downtown. John.
Hey, Rob, the party may be over, but Mayor Justin Bibb says that means it's time for the work to begin. Bibb easily cruising to a second term in office, defeating challenger Laverne Gore by roughly 50 points. Earlier tonight, Bibb greeted his supporters here at Nuevo Modern Mexican restaurant on East 9th by Boynevich Park. His focus tonight on the future, building on what was started with his election 4 years ago this week, a future that comes with a dual challenge of opportunity and challenge presented by the area we gathered in tonight here on the North Coast. Beyond that, he said, the work remains to create safer streets, to create good-paying jobs.
And the work remains now more than ever to make sure that the next generation of our children, regardless of what zip code they come from, have access to a good high-quality education in our city.
And to that point, I spoke with the mayor afterwards, and he was saying he's scheduled already two town halls for next week in Tremont and Collinwood to talk with the people about the future of education and in those particular communities especially.
All right, John, good deal. The mayor's race might have been the most high-profile contest in Cleveland tonight. It wasn't the only one, though, on the ballot today.
No, remember, we downsizing this year from 17 to 15 wards on city council. That means we had two races where we had two incumbent council people going against each other. The most anticipated was up on the city's northeast side, the new Ward 10, featuring Cleveland's longest-serving councilman, Mike Polensek, taking on Councilman Anthony Hairston. Now, Polensek leading in that contest at this point. Richard Starr defeating Rebecca Maurer in the other one. But check this out. This is Ward 12. This is on the city's west side. Incumbent Danny Kelly losing at this point by just 7 votes to challenger 10, May Shah, an attorney who immigrated from India 15 years ago. I say losing at this point because even though 100% of the vote is in at this point, we still got the absentee ballots that can trickle in over the next couple of days and the vote by mail, as well as the provisional ballots that will need to be counted. But this is a race that we're not going to know the winner of for a good couple of weeks until the vote is certified. But 7 points shows, Rob, just how important every vote is in an election like this.
Yeah, John, thank you so much for covering all that for us. There's a lot to get to, and you got to it. More than 100 Ohio school districts had levies on the ballot today as well, including 34 right here in our area. And for a look at those, we bring in News 5's Morgan Trout.
Yeah, hey, Rob, like you said, we have 34 school districts that are asking voters for money. And take a look at this map. Green means it's passed, light green means it's looking like it's going to pass, red means it's failed, orange means it's looking like it's going to fail, and yellow means it's either too close to count or we don't have the full results yet. So far, 21 levies look like they're going to pass and 13 look like they're going to fail. One of those orange districts is Parma, with it likely that their levy will fail again. They have not passed new money in about 15 years. This may mean cutting of teachers, classes, and extracurriculars. Another ballot issue is Lorain County that wanted to raise the sales tax to fund the sheriff's office and the jail. Voters gave it a strong no, about 70% voting against the tax increase. And do you remember when the roof collapsed at Lakeside High School in Ashtabula? Well, they put a levy on the ballot to get money to start rebuilding it, but the voters said no. The school will continue their court battle with Liberty Mutual. The company has refused to pay for repairs following the roof collapse last year. Overall, schools did pretty well this election, but for the ones that failed, they say that this will create massive financial challenges.
All right, Morgan, that's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much for that. Now, we could soon learn more about which Cleveland Public Schools face possible closure and consolidation. The Board of Education says it needs to cut costs to avoid running out of money and boost academics. District leaders say downsizing could save about $30 million a year. News 5 anchor Damon Maloney will be there as the board considers its options tomorrow night. We'll follow through with any decisions tomorrow on News 5 at 11. Today's elections come against the backdrop of uncertainties surrounding SNAP benefits. For a closer look at just where things stand in Ohio, we go to News 5's Remy Murray at the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank.
In response to everything that's going on with the government shutdown and SNAP benefits, one community in Northeast Ohio is doing something to feed their neighbors.
Based on statistics, we anticipate about 4,000 Cuyahoga Falls residents rely on SNAP, so we know that those resources are going to come right back into this community.
More than $50,000 of immediate support is on its way to Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank, thanks to Cuyahoga Falls City Council members like President Russ Balthus.
To be in a position as a community where we were able to come together and take real action to try to help and make a difference, it was really heartwarming.
During Monday's City Council meeting, Balthus says local leaders unanimously passed emergency legislation to help those who will need to go to the food bank due to shortcomings with SNAP benefits. This comes just one day before the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services announced Tuesday that the agency is reviewing new federal guidance following the Trump administration's plan to partially fund November SNAP benefits. According to the state, this would require them to recalculate the monthly benefit amount for each household using the updated framework, which experts say could be challenging.
The benefits depend on the state, depend on family size, location, things like that. And so it's actually kind of complicated in terms of being able to figure out what the actual benefit per person should be if it's not the full amount.
ODJFS did not share when they expect that review to be completed, but the agency said it is working with its vendors to figure things out for SNAP recipients.
It's scary when a family doesn't know where they're going to get the resources to feed their kids or to feed other family members.
For a town this size, Balthus recognizes this contribution is huge, but he says Cuyahoga Falls has built up the largest general fund balance in the city's history. So he says they're able to make things like this possible.
But this was an important need, and it equates to about $1 per resident.
Cuyahoga Falls hopes this contribution will help, especially as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday. For News 5, I'm Remy Murray reporting.
Still ahead on News 5 at 11.
People have a great visit and they want to come again and again.
We take a break from politics for another kind of roller coaster ride. 2 years ago, Cedar Point was one of the more visited amusement parks in the country. But how did the park fare last year?
Not surprised. It's one of the greatest parks in the world, and today's weather was perfection. Tomorrow gets a little more wild. It's going to be windy with gusts over 40 miles per hour for some. We've got a parade of cold fronts. We're going to time out each one of them and how eventually one of them, the fourth in the line, could bring some snow.
You're watching News 5, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back to News 5 at 11. I'm Rob Powers. The city of Cleveland Heights has chosen a new mayor. Our Kaylee Olivas has been following the race between council members Jim Petrus and Davita Russell. She joins us now live. Kaylee, so what did voters decide? Okay, we'll get to Kaylee in just a bit. A little trouble there hearing me, but we're going to go to East Cleveland for now, where former interim mayor Sandra Morgan will now be the full-time mayor. Morgan won more than 80% of the vote tonight, taking down Mayor Latik Shabazz. Morgan was appointed interim mayor in February after former mayor Brandon King was charged with corruption. Shabazz later replaced her in July after a state court ruled that as city council president, he was next in line after King. Well, we did speak with Morgan tonight. She says she's ready to get back to work.
The talking time is over. It's time to go. It's time to really make East Cleveland come alive.
We are also keeping an eye on elections outside Ohio tonight. History was made in New York City. Voters electing the first Muslim mayor, Zoran Mamdani.
The race attracted national attention, including from President Trump, who claims Mamdani will destroy the city he used to call home. Yesterday, the president endorsed one of Mamdani's opponents, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. It's also been a historic night in Virginia and New Jersey, both states electing their first female governors. In Virginia, former Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger won handily over the state's Republican lieutenant governor. And in New Jersey, Democrats will hold on to the governor's mansion with Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill taking over for the term-limited Phil Murphy. Okay, I think we've got our problems hammered out here with Kaylee Olivas. Let's get back to her in Cleveland Heights. Kaylee.
Yeah, so sorry, Rob, some technical difficulties. As you can see, a lot of people here, and I'm sure that's why we lost the IFB. We're here in Cleveland Heights at Boss Dog at Jim Petrus's watch party. Unofficial results show him as being in the lead for this city's next mayor. Like I said, well, it's getting late. There's still a crowd over here, and they are over the moon with these unofficial results. Right now, the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections has Petrus at 6,500 votes and Russell at 5,300. Petrus would mark this city's second elected mayor. Back in October, Cleveland Heights' first mayor, Khalil Sarin, was recalled by more than 6,000 voters. His removal came after months of frustration stemming from a delayed 2024 budget and high staff turnover to a civil rights complaint filed against the city for Sarin's wife's alleged anti-Semitic behavior. Petrus says he's hopeful, though, he can turn things around.
I think Cleveland Heights is ready to turn the page and start a new chapter. So many people feel like our city is stagnant, and I am so excited about the possibility of moving our city forward.
Now, if this official tally continues on the trend that it is, Jim Petrus would be mayor this upcoming January. We'll, of course, continue to follow those results as they continue to trickle in. Rob.
All right, Kaylee, thank you so much. Now, we're not done here. We're keeping an eye on dozens of other races tonight. For the latest results, you can always follow along at the bottom of your screen. We'll also be updating the numbers on our website. That's News 5 Cleveland. We'll do that throughout the night and before Good Morning Cleveland comes your way at 4:30 a.m. Flags are flying at half-staff around the country for former Vice President Dick Cheney. Cheney's family announced his passing today from complications of pneumonia and cardiac vascular disease. Cheney worked in Washington for almost 4 decades, serving 4 different Republican presidents. As VP to President George W. Bush, Cheney was considered the chief architect of the Iraq War. Before last year's election, Cheney endorsed then VP Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. Former Vice President Dick Cheney, dead at the age of 84. We move on to tragedy in Kentucky. At least 3 people are dead after a UPS plane crashed in Louisville. Sources tell ABC News there appears to have been an engine issue during takeoff. This plane was headed to Hawaii, carrying over 200,000 pounds of jet fuel when it went down near Louisville's Muhammad Ali International Airport. The FAA and NTSB now investigating. And back here at home, an overnight fire destroyed a historic tent at the MAPS Air Museum in Akron. The Akron-Canton Airport's tower actually saw the flames and activated the fire and rescue team. It quickly put out the fire, but not before everything on display inside that Vietnam-era medical tent was destroyed. There was minor damage, too, to the main hangar. Luckily, nobody was hurt.
Cedar Point was voted one of the top entertainment destinations in the country. I'm Maya Lockett in Sandusky talking with locals on how that impacts the local economy.
Something that Cedar Point has that maybe some of the other amusement parks don't have is just the level of roller coasters and thrill rides, and then you can go sit on the beach for a couple of hours. I mean, where else can you do that?
Cedar Point is keeping its position as the most visited amusement park in the country, not located in Florida or California in 2024. That's according to a new report from the Themed Entertainment Association.
It's especially exciting because Cedar Point is only open for 6 months out of the year. And additionally, there's a lot of great amusement parks in the Midwest.
Cedar Point is typically open from May through October. According to the report, 3.8 million people visited in 2024. That's up 5% more than the previous year.
They're constantly breaking records with those amazing rides, and people have a great visit and they want to come again and again.
Which helps the local economy. Shores and Islands says the region receives around $3 billion from travel and tourism tourism, and Cedar Point is only a piece of that puzzle.
You can always meet so many new people from all over.
Especially in downtown Sandusky, where there's a variety of restaurants, museums, and local businesses.
How you doing?
Like this popular retro candy store, Soda Pops, who sees tourists year-round since opening.
First couple years took you by surprise, but now I just ordered a bunch of stuff over the weekend, make sure I have enough to get through the week.
2025 saw 2 new rides at Cedar Point. One of them, Siren's Curse, was shut down several times, so we don't know how that will impact this past summer's numbers. I did reach out to Cedar Point spokesman Tony Clark for comment. He says he couldn't validate the report's numbers, and the park does not release specific attendance figures publicly, but offered for me to listen to the next Six Flags quarterly earnings calls, which provides insight for this past summer. Reporting in Sandusky, Maya Lockett, News 5.
Okay, boy, that takes you back to summer, doesn't it?
Sure does. And now into November, of course. And we have something exciting. Rob, look how cool this shot is. That's out in our western waterfront. So this is Marblehead. We look at it all the time. But do you see how bright it is?
Is that the moon?
That's the supermoon.
Is that the supermoon? Yeah, there you go.
It almost looks like a movie set or something. It looks so cool. And we had some thicker clouds out there earlier today, thinned out enough that you're able to see that supermoon. Not in this shot, of course, but because of how bright it is, it's going to look big, bold, and brighter than normal. One of the best supermoons we've had in years. It is a sequence that we get of them. So we had one in October, wasn't that special. This is a really good one, the best one of the year. And as I mentioned, for the last few years, radar's all clear. We have variable clouds out there, still worth a look because tomorrow we'll have some rain chances. So maybe could impede your best viewing opportunities of the supermoon. Notice we have a couple of alerts too out on the water. We have a gale warning for the more eastern side, small craft advisory more to the west. That's because winds are picking up as we head into your Wednesday. It's going to be a wild Wednesday, and temperatures right now, not horrible, mid-low 40s, falling into the upper 30s for Tuscarawas County, mostly clear for a lot of us. And we are expecting temperatures to stay a little bit milder than we were last night / this morning. More 40s on the board. There will still be spots that dip into the upper 30s, but look at Menor. We almost hit 50 degrees. Same thing with Sandusky. We've got a couple of those cooler spots like Ravenna sitting at 42, and I already mentioned it, but New Philly 39. Not as chilly as a rule for the overnight period. Sun comes up just after 7 a.m. now that, of course, we have fallen back. Tomorrow morning, we will have temperatures in the 40s. Winds will be increasing pretty quickly. Even overnight, we'll start to see those winds pick up back up. And it was a little breezy today, but came down from yesterday. Tomorrow, it's going to pick up even more than what we had yesterday. Few PM showers are also possible, rumbles of thunder, but the wind is going to be the bigger factor, I would say, for tomorrow. And we'll have strong winds for everybody, strongest closer to the lake. So currently we only have wind gusts 10 to 15 miles per hour. But as we get into the afternoon and evening on your Wednesday, plan for wind. We have a wind advisory. The rain, Cuyahoga, Lake, northern Ashtabula. This is where we could have wind gusts over 45 miles per hour. So elsewhere, we'll still be windy, but it's gusts of 35, 40 miles per hour. Compare that to those lakeshore communities where we're most likely to have the strongest winds, the greatest impacts, particularly right in the heart of the day, middle of the afternoon. That's when you're really going to notice those winds howling. It'll still be breezy by Wednesday night, but will start to decrease. I mentioned it in my tease that we have a parade of cold fronts. Here's tomorrow's system. Then we have another one hot on its tail, another one behind that. It's going to be just boom, boom, boom for the next few days, system after system. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, it's going to be windy, but we'll also have that threat for a few showers in the afternoon. So we start off dry. Timestamp here, 3:30 in the afternoon. We haven't seen any rain yet. Couple of hours where we could see a line of some showers, maybe some brief heavy rain. It should move through pretty fast. We'll be watching for anything on the stronger side because we could have a brief period where it pulls down, maybe a wind gust of 50 to 60 miles per hour. We'll dry up by the time we get into Wednesday night. Thursday is dry. Best chance of the week continues to be Friday. Widespread rain, heavy at times. Then we get our fourth cold front through on Saturday. So we had one Monday, one Wednesday, one Friday, one Saturday. The Saturday front really drops our temperatures. That's when we will have highs potentially only in the 30s. Sunday, Monday, few flakes are possible. Exact timing, details, that's something we're ironing out all week.
News 5 Sports is sponsored by Serpentini Chevy, the #1 Chevy dealer in Ohio.
All right, the first roadmap to the college football postseason is out, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, Ohio State is the darling of the selection committee, at least for week 1. The first CFP rankings of the season released. The unbeaten Buckeyes own the top spot. Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama round out the top 4. On the NFL's trade deadline day, Andrew Berry dealing backup defensive lineman Joe Tryon Shoyinka to the Bears along with a 7th-round pick. Cleveland receives a 6th-rounder in April's NFL draft in return. Tryon Shoyinka appeared sparingly in 8 games for the Browns this season. It's tough to put a finger on what the Cavs are at the moment. Through 7 games, Cleveland has been without anywhere from 2 to 4 starters each game, but we may get a better idea Wednesday night when the Cavs host Philly. Shams Charania reporting Darius Garland is expected to make his season debut. Garland's been out since offseason toe surgery, stemming from an injury suffered in last year's playoffs, with Kenny Atkinson non-committal to this point. Cleveland State's men's basketball fell to Loyola Chicago Monday night, but that means the first win of the Rob Summers era can come in front of a home crowd at the Wolstein Center. That's where we find both coach and Mason Horodisky.
It's a blue-collar job here at Cleveland State, and I'm a blue-collar guy.
Rob Summers is ready to get to work.
Good.
As Thursday, he'll make his home debut as Cleveland State's head men's basketball coach.
They're announcing the lineups, and they say your name as the head coach. What's that moment going to feel like?
I hope I don't shed a tear when I hear it, but I wouldn't put it past me because it's truly just like, it's a dream come true for me, and I'm just so excited. It just gives me chills, so I'm ready.
He's been ready, learning what it takes to win as an assistant here and Missouri under former head coach Dennis Gates.
No, he's truly been a great mentor to me. He's a great man, but truly I can't thank him enough for what he's done for me.
Now Summers gets to reestablish that winning culture with 15 brand new players.
They are a resilient bunch. They're high energy. They really have embraced what Cleveland is.
But what success looks like in year 1 goes far beyond just being a winning team and his team. It's about being Cleveland's team.
I knew this is where I needed to be at. Again, Ohio's home for me. Cleveland is home. You know, my daughter was born here and my kids grew up here. So to come back and be a part of this community is just huge for me, and I want to represent Cleveland in a great way.
At the Wolstein Center, Mason Horodisky, News 5.
What I took from weather tonight was the wind tomorrow and the moon tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Good listening.
Gorgeous. That's it for us for now. Thanks for being with us on this election night. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Don't forget, 4:30 a.m. Good morning, Cleveland.